Hi guys and welcome back. In this session we'll be talking about your niche. Now that you've identified your why and you've also identified what you have to offer, that is why you want to write and what you have to offer to write about, that is what is that thing, what is that valuable thing you have to write about. The next step is identify your niche. Now your niche is simply your focused area of writing. It is how you shape what you have to offer into something your readers or audience can relate about. How you shape that thing you have to offer into a way that it can relate to the people you want to write it to, the people that will be reading it, the people that will be listening. Let's put it this way. What you have to offer is your raw material, your gift, your knowledge, your talent, your experience, while your niche is where you direct that raw material. Where you direct that raw material is your niche. Now, in order to identify your niche, there are some questions you have to ask yourself. For instance, now, if I want to identify my niche, where I have to focus my ideas, where I have to focus my experience, the area I have to put in all my gifts, my talent and creativity, I have to ask myself, what is that thing I can write about without running out? You have to ask yourself, what is that area of life people come to seek your advice on? What is that area you can write about expressly without running out? That area you can write on endlessly. What is that area of your life, or probably that aspect of your experience that can guide others? It could be your niche. And one thing you have to note about niche is that it doesn't have to be something you know everything about. It can be something you are ready, you are willing, you have that desire to learn about. For instance, now if I choose marriage and relationships as my niche, for example, I might not necessarily know everything about marriage and relationships, but it has to be something I have that desire to learn about. I have to be ready to read books on it. I have to be ready to attend seminars on marriage and relationships because it is my niche. So it has to be something I have that desire for. That desire where I can channel what I have to offer. Your niche doesn't have to be something or probably an area you're perfect about, but it has to be an area in which you are ready to learn. You are ready to keep growing and evolve. It has to be something you are really, really ready to do. Now, in this particular section, I believe you've learned your why. Why do you want to write? What do you have to offer? And your niche. What is that area you can write about without running out? That area you can write about expressly, extensively. That area of your life that can impress, that can inspire others. That area of your life that can guide others. That area of your life that people seek advices on. It doesn't have to be an area where you are perfect on. It doesn't have to be that area where you have absolute knowledge on. It has to be that area where you are ready to keep growing. That area where you are ready to keep learning. That is your niche.